Why did two distinct peoples, the Czechs and Slovaks, choose to come together as one nation after the fall of the Austro-Hungarian Empire? It's an intriguing story of shared survival, cultural connections, and strategic necessity. Let's dive into why Czechoslovakia came to be and why its founders believed unity was the only way forward. When the Austro-Hungarian Empire collapsed at the end of World War I, independence was finally within reach for its various subject peoples. For the Czechs and Slovaks, this was their chance to break free, but instead of going their separate ways, they united. Why? The key figure in this movement was Thomas Masaryk. Masaryk, born into a region where Czechs and Slovaks lived side by side, saw the potential for these two peoples to form a single state. His personal vision wasn't just about idealism, though. It was rooted in hard reality. First, safety was paramount. Both the Czechs and Slovaks had powerful neighbors with territorial ambitions.
The Czechs worried about Germany to the west, where many ethnic Germans lived near the border. There were fears that these areas could be annexed under the principle of self-determination, which had gained traction after the war.
Meanwhile, the Slovaks faced threats from Hungary to the south, which had no intention of letting go of its lost territories.
By combining forces, the Czechs and Slovaks believed they could better resist external threats. Then there was the question of Carpathian Ruthenia, a region neither Czech nor Slovak, but home to Ruthenians. Originally, its people hoped to join the Russian Empire, but with Russia in the throes of revolution, that dream was dead. Instead, the region was added to Czechoslovakia, partly because it created a buffer against Hungary and connected the new state to Romania, another ally worried about Hungarian revanchism. Economic pragmatism also played a huge role. The Czech lands were industrial powerhouses, but their agricultural resources were limited. Slovakia, on the other hand, had fertile farmlands but lagged in industrial development. Together they formed a symbiotic relationship. Slovakia could supply food, while the Czechs modernized their partner with factories and educational institutions. And what about the diverse populations within the new borders? While the League of Nations guaranteed the rights of ethnic minorities, the reality was more complicated. Germans living in the western regions were a particular concern, but post-war politics ensured that Germany or Austria had no chance of reclaiming territory. Still, tensions simmered, especially after Czechoslovakia occupied Polish lands in 1920. In the end, the creation of Czechoslovakia wasn't just about shared culture or idealism. It was a carefully calculated move to ensure survival in a volatile world. By uniting, the Czechs and Slovaks didn't just secure their independence, they created a nation strong enough to weather the storm of post-war Europe.